Hello there. This is Ed from Editors, and you're watching and probably listening to lxjovem.
I still love the light on, baby. Keeps me awake, but I don't mind.
Well, last year we interviewed Chris at Super Rock, and now we're here with Ed from Editors. Hello, Ed. How are you?
Hey, I'm excellent, thank you. We've had a good day.
Excellent. What did you do today?
We played. We're at this football club, so we went and broke onto their AstroTurf and had a good game of football for a couple of hours. So I'm a bit tired.
That's full news for people at home. So
yeah. It was great. It's nice to be in a different situation. You know, usually gig venues are maybe in an industrial estate on the out of town and there's not much to do, but to actually have these facilities around, we've had a great one.
And the view as well. I mean,
brilliant. Yeah, we watched the sun go down a couple of minutes ago, and it was pretty spectacular. Yeah.
You should watch the sun go up. I watched that last night. It was amazing.
I wish we were staying here longer.
How did the gig go last time?
We were so surprised by the reaction we got on that day. It's a good it was a good festival actually, but I mean, you know, it was our first time in Portugal, really early in the afternoon, maybe 2 o'clock or something. You know, the sun was out, but the amount of people that turned up and actually were getting into it from the moment we started was a big surprise. And we're playing a pretty interesting venue tonight, and apparently a lot of people are going to turn up. So this is one of the ones on the tour I've been really looking forward to.
I can tell you for a fact that the time you were at Super Rock, a lot of people went there just to see you. So
wow,
it's true.
Wow, that's incredible. Considering we'd never been here before, that's you know, it's quite stunning, really.
And
very humbled.
How can you always be late for your rival?
What do you remember from Lisbon as well, from the last time's experience?
We had two of the best meals because we were here for a couple of days. I think we incorporated a day off into it. We had a walk around the old town, and we discovered a dessert called the Eusebio.
Yeah, Chris mentioned that as well. Actually.
Yeah, it made a very big impact. It's still talked about a lot to this day. I mean, what a genius dessert that was. It made our crew extremely happy.
All your eyes showing off for mine. Your face in my hands is everything that I need.
Let's talk about music now. Okay. No, you never talk about your music. Yeah. But no, what do you feel as a drummer? What do you feel is terribly new on the album for you?
Well, we'd spent a lot of time finding new sounds, and you know, instead of trying to get a straight classical drum sound, we just tried all sorts of things. You know, we're hitting bits of metal. We were using different things as sticks, like feathers and all sorts of different beaters and pencils and things like that.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, just to try and get something a little bit. I mean, you know what it is, but there's something in the sound that's not quite been heard before. I think we just wanted to get a little air of that throughout the record. I mean, there's various songs where we layer, you know, 3, 4, 5 drum kits up, which is difficult when you're working out to play them live. It was just about texture. I mean, the whole point of this record was to make it as a new rock record, and to make something that's not necessarily been heard before.
If something has to change, then it always does. If something has to change, then it always does.
And then Has a Start seems particularly dark. Do you believe this has been a rough year for Tom or for you guys in general?
I mean, probably not more so than anybody else our age. You know, we came out of our early 20s where, you know, we hadn't thought about anything else apart from having a good time, and then suddenly you develop relationships and your family grows, and you know, your friend groups they grow, and you're gonna unfortunately get cases where things don't go quite so right for some people, and you know, possibly illness or having a bad crisis in their life, and it, you know, you can't help to be touched by it. It's just not life, isn't it? You grow up and you gain more experience. it's not really talking about anything specific, but it's just a reflection of some of the thoughts that were sort of travelling through his head, and to be honest, all of ours.
Not right now, no, not right now. Oh, you don't need this disease, you don't need this disease, you don't need this disease, you don't this disease, you don't need this disease, you don't. Would you fall?
We were talking prior to the interview about bands you guys have toured with. Which bands do you, if you could mention, like, as friends, and who you like to play with and hang out?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Maccabees.
Really?
Yeah, we've played a couple of festivals with them, and they're really top.
And they seem really fun, actually.
They are. They're really lovely guys, and I think their album's awesome.
I saw an MTV2 version of Cribs with them, and they live basically in a living room.
Yeah, right, exactly.
They haven't really toured, Europe and stuff.
I think they've been sort of concentrating a little bit on building their profile in the UK, just before that, learn to walk before you can run, sort of thing. But they're awesome. A band we've toured a lot with is We Are Scientists. They're the funniest people on the planet, actually.